Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about Freshers Week. We've got a guest with me.
Hey guys.
Onella, one of my best friends.
Obviously.
She's going to be giving her perspective on Freshers Week as well, so this should be good.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, because I know people are starting uni in about 2 months, so I thought it'd be quite helpful to kind of tell you, what to kind of expect from Freshers Week and tell you my mindset into going into what I thought was gonna,
what we expected and what actually happened.
Exactly. So let's get into it. Right, what is Freshers Week?
It depends on where you come from, because I guess in some places it'll be called something else, like orientation week
or like induction week or something like that. It's just basically the first week of university where you get to know your course, your lecturers, your lecture room.
Yeah, like it's a week where you don't have any actual uni work. It's a week for you to get used to where you're going to be living, who you're going to be living with, like, where all of the best places are.
Yes, of course, it's not all about, education.
And obviously, like, those are daytime activities, but what do you actually do when the night comes down?
Nighttime, ideally you get a wristband which would give you entry into loads of events going on in town. So I remember mine, we had phone parties, we had plane party, we had themed nights like Where's Wally, stuff like that, just really like interesting things, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
I would definitely recommend getting a wristband, because it lets you see so much more than if you just try to get in casually, because like imagine all of your flatmates are going to every single one and you
don't want to be,
I have to pay to get into this one or that one.
About paying to even get in, like the tickets might be sold out, you might not even be able to get in.
That's true.
Because if everyone's got the wristband, then if it's like packed inside, you're not going to let you in, so you're just going to be there like, oh, I'm going to tell my friend, and then you get there, you haven't got a wristband, you can't pay, so it's just like, oh, okay, bye, and then you just go back to your flat. You don't want that. So it's kind of just get it to be on the safe side, but if you're not really into all those kind of things, then probably don't get it, just,
I mean, like, also there are different wristbands, like, there's like the one if you want to try everything, or the ones where it's just like, some things, there's a chilled out ones, like each wristband sort of tells you what it offers, so just pick the one that agrees with you more.
So like research what wristbands your uni offers, and whichever one suits you best, then go for it. What I'd say as well is you probably want to buy the wristband when you get to uni and when you meet your flatmates, because I remember I didn't get mine until I got to uni, just because I didn't know what my flatmates would be into, and like I didn't want to go by myself because I didn't have any friends like going into uni. We went to different.
That's so true. We went to like completely different places. So she's in Liverpool and I'm all the way in Cardiff. So.
Exactly. Like I didn't want to get there and then have like a wristband for something else, and my flatmates have like different wristbands, so we all got it together, which was nice, and we all went to like all the events together.
Try to go out with as many people as possible, because going there and back alone is safe and cheap, because if you get a taxi with six other people,
you probably end up paying like £1 or like 50p.
Exactly. But like if you're taking a taxi alone, then it's gonna be a bit like
so right, we've got 3 things we want to touch on. We want to touch on friends, drinking, and also boys.
Obviously.
And that's what you guys are excited about, boys. Okay, right, with friends part, of course you're gonna meet loads of people. You're gonna you probably join societies as well, which would be quite nice. I would advise you do.
Definitely.
Join societies, you'd meet loads of different people as well. But then I feel like Freshers Week is that week that you decide, who your friends are gonna be, like who you kind of agree most with.
Yeah, because you're gonna meet so many people that it's you can sort of get locked into thinking that these are the best people for you, when in the end you find out like, no, actually I don't quite agree with them.
So I feel that first week is kind of, meet so many people, decide who you're going to stay friends with, because if you probably stay friends with them from the start, you probably just be stuck with them to the end of the year, and you might even make like lifelong friends.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like in the first week, I was lucky enough to have like amazing flatmates, so they just became like my close friends, so that was cool. But you might not always get that, so like just like keep an open mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Try to get to know as many people as possible, really.
I'm going to talk about drinking. So obviously we're black. just put it out there. Just put it out there. We're black.
Who don't understand, that means you probably grew up with very strict parents, and very, very much like no to
like
everything.
No drinking, no partying, stuff like that. So you're probably thinking, oh, I'm gonna go to uni, I'm gonna get smashed, I'm gonna get more, I'm gonna get off my head, I'm gonna know what it feels like to be drunk. You're just really excited to try everything out.
In theory, that sounds like a good thing. So you actually do it, then you're like,
do you know what? I'm gonna raise my hands up. I probably said that. I was like, bro, I'm moving out of my house, going to a new city, I'm gonna do everything and try everything, but which you probably should try everything, but you know, in moderation.
Yeah, like
drink, like I don't want to tell you guys to drink and then like some bad influence or whatever, but if that's what you want to do, try it. And oh my god, let me just tell you this thing, let me tell you what happened to me. So I got invited, like back home, obviously I didn't go to like, I didn't go to people's pre-drinks or whatever, so I didn't know you had to bring your drinks with you to a pre-drink party. There's me, I got invited to like a pre-drink party. I just rocked up like there with my heels, like fleeky dress, fleeky hair, fleeky makeup, looking all good. Where's my drink? Nothing. I didn't have no drink. I got there, everyone had like their own like drinks. I was just there like,
I mean, like, yeah, that's definitely one thing that, you know, we didn't think you had to.
I didn't know that.
Pre-drinks mean, if you are going to pre's, better to bring your own alcohol than to think someone's going to offer you. So you might actually sit there an entire night completely sober. Yeah, you might have to like pop onto Tesco downstairs and like get something to drink. But I had like really nice friends, so they offered me and stuff like that. But it was like, wow, I felt really like someone's birthday present without
a gift. Yeah,
it's a bit like, oh, your hands are empty. Oh, okay then.
Okay, go sit in the corner. Just stuff like that. Yeah, just drink, like know your limits as well. Like you don't want to, you don't want your first time with drink, you don't want to be off your head and like, you know, people dragging you about and you're not even remembering the night and just not having fun.
Nobody wants to be a babysitter.
No one wants to baby you.
Drink, but make sure that you're still aware of what you're doing, where you're going. Like drink enough that you can have fun, but not enough that you will forget what happened.
Definitely. I'll put it that way as well. Drink as much as you can have fun, but don't drink like where you're on the floor and you just had like a really shit night. Sorry. Had a really rubbish night.
You don't have to drink at all, because most people think that, you know, you need to drink to be able to have fun. No, I mean, I don't know about you, but I can go out sober and I will have as much fun as even if I went out drunk. So,
but I'm a really hyper person, like normally without anything. So drinking just kind of like, it just ups that level. But if I went out sober, you wouldn't even know. You
like, you know,
so
drinking's like not that for everyone.
If you're like that, then you know you don't need a drink. Just go out. If you don't want to drink, then don't drink. Like no one has to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Definitely do not feel like, you know, peer pressure into doing what you don't want to do, because after all, it's all about you.
Yeah,
you are, you know, growing up as an independent person. You gotta know what agrees with you and what doesn't, you know. Just like be aware of that. Just don't let them push to do things that you wouldn't want to do. And
like for you to be able to say no, you kind of have to be strong-willed, which you know, if you're like really soft, you probably be easily swayed away from that. So you just, you know, stand your ground, tell your friends I'm not into that, and like if they don't respect that, then you know they're not really your friend. But if you know, if they respect you enough, they wouldn't do it around you.
No, exactly. So, like, you know, they wouldn't want to put you in a situation that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah, definitely. So they would like, you know, they probably wouldn't invite you out when you're going to do it, so that's completely fine. But if you're like in that surrounding, you're doing it, just walk away. You don't have to stay there. And,
you don't have to sit there and be uncomfortable while, you know, everyone's getting off your tits. Just
off the tits. What is this girl coming up with? Just walk away from the situation. You don't have to be like, don't feel pressured to do anything you don't want to do.
Definitely
do not feel pressured. Right, to the exciting part. Boys. Of course you're gonna have a punt of them. A punt of boys. You're gonna pick, drop them as much as you want. Literally touch and go. But you know, I always have my buts. You do it in moderation. You don't want to.
The thing is though, like, you know, before you get to uni, like I don't know about you, but you know, I went there thinking I'm going to find this, like, you know, 6'9",
have even said
you know, beautiful person, you know, in my course, and then we're just, you know, gonna live happily ever after.
Yeah. No. I had similar thought. I'll tell you the scenario. I thought I'd walk into my flat. There'll be this like tall, hot Christian's there. Yes, Christian guy, like very good looking, and like he's into me. Like he's been like giving hints and stuff, and then asking me to go on dates, and then I'll be like playing hard to get. Like literally, I've had this played in my head. You better believe. Like I'll be playing hard to get, and then like eventually like he'd win me over or whatever, and then we'd go for a few months and then he'd propose, and then I'm like yay, and then we'd get married after we graduate, of course. So,
I mean, like, you know, as delusional as that sounds, everyone has, you know, ideas about what they think is going to happen when they get to you.
Just don't go in with expectations. Because if you go in with expectations, then you're probably going to be like disappointed. But if you don't go with any and like, something happens, then you're just gonna be like, oh my
Go
god,
with the flow.
do you know what I mean? That's amazing that that's happened.
Let everything just, you know, take it as it comes. Like, you know, don't think you're gonna meet up with this like, you know, 6'5" baseball, like, you know, American player that speaks like 10 different languages.
Yep.
Like
no. Just go for fun, go and have fun, obviously study.
I mean,
and
obviously, you know, that is what you're paying $9 grand for.
With the boys thing and or with night outs and everything, in Freshers Week especially, the boys are probably out to just pull, and they're in a new city, they're trying to, you know, make a name for themselves, like, oh yeah, I can pull 20 girls in one night or whatever the number is.
Like, you know, we're not saying that's what all boys are out for.
No, not everyone, but
a lot
most of them will be out for that. And this is the famous line, do you want to come back to mine? We're having such a good night here, do you want to continue back at mine? No, I don't. I have a flat. I don't want to continue back at yours. I have a flat. If you want to get to know me, here's my number. Text me. Let's go out and see how. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's go out and see how it goes. But like you know,
go back to yours. Go in there with the mindset of knowing that, like, whatever happens, a lot of boys will probably just try to take you home, but you do not have to. Like, under any circumstance. That's one other thing. Make sure you always have enough money that you can go back home by yourself, because like, you know, if like halfway through the night, like, you know, you want to go home but your flatmates don't, you need to be able to know that you know you can get yourself home by yourself. Like, never go out with not enough money, like, no. And
if you're gonna like go out and get smashed or whatever, make sure you have someone you trust with you. Someone that you know that has your best interest at heart. So if you end up, you know, behaving in a certain way that it's not normally you, your friend knows that, and she'll be like, oh, this is not, you know, this is not Ticey. Let's
like, you know, someone that you know that if you are, you know, just nuts, they will drag you back and, like, you know, take you home.
What are you doing? Like, home.
Like, you know, stop you from doing something that you know you'd probably regret.
Plus, like, if you're like too drunk, you might not even remember your address, like even get a taxi home. I have seen a lot of girls that on the floor just like off their head, I'm like, oh, I'll get you a taxi, like put them in a taxi, what's your address? I don't know. I'm like, okay. You know, have someone you trust, or write, in fact, you know what? Write your address on a paper and put it in your bag or your purse or whatever. In fact, your phone case, put it behind your phone case. Put your address behind your phone, just so that
if someone finds you on the floor, they'll be able to get you back home. You know, like,
just
if found, take me to this address.
Exactly. It sounds really stupid, but you'd be surprised how drunk people get and how forgetful people get. You'd be really surprised.
You will see so.
And with the boys thing, if you actually really fancy the guy and he's like, come back to mine, and you say no, and he's like mad and moody or whatever, then let him go. It's probably
a good thing to let him go.
It's probably a good sign, and you know, he's probably saved you a whole load of like heartache, headache, migraines, diabetes. You better believe you can get diabetes from like a guy breaking your heart, because you probably like be so heartbroken you'd be eating ice cream, biscuits, chocolate,
and cookies.
Like diabetes, high blood pressure, but you don't want that. He's not worth it. So just, if he said that, probably a good sign. Let him go. He's probably got a twin brother. Like,
you never know. You never know. At the time, you'd be like, oh, like, you know, let him go.
Like, oh my god, he was so hot. I could have just gone home with him and stuff. No, don't think that. No, it's meant to be like it will be. You can't force anything. So that's what it is. Basically, I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, what else can we warn you about?
Any more questions about Freshers Week, or you want to know something else? I don't know. And you can just, you know, ask us any questions. Yeah, you can even comment it down. You don't even have to email us or, you know, DM me on Instagram or whatnot. Just comment below. I will reply to your messages.
Let us know any pressing questions.
Yeah, and if you've got a question for her, like, she'll reply as well. She's got a YouTube account. So yeah, that's it from us, and thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like, comment and subscribe and share it to your friends that are starting uni as well.
Like, you know, anyone who might find our video very, very
helpful. Share it, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.
Bye guys. Bye.